Sorry to tell you guys, but for the majority of you out there, gotta say, your crates and playlists are pretty dumb. What do I mean? Let's get into it. Most DJs organize their music by creating regular playlists and then dragging songs from their library into each of these playlists. Now, that can be pretty time consuming and can make music organization quite the chore. Well, in this video, I'm here to remind you guys and show you how to use smart playlists, which are a feature in most major DJ software on the market today. Now, what makes these smart playlists so smart is the fact that they'll automatically move songs that you add to your library into a number of playlists without you actually having to physically move it yourself. This type of automation has saved me countless hours at this point since I started using smart playlists and smart crates from actually having to manually make my own crates and playlists. So let's switch over to Serato DJ, where I'll show you how to set up your own smart crates, and you'll be able to see exactly why this method is so powerful and why it'll save you so much time organizing your DJ music.
Now we're inside Serato DJ, which is my DJ software choice, but this pretty much applies to all of the DJ softwares, as pretty much all the major DJ softwares on the market today offer some form of smart playlist or crates. Now, to understand that, let's go over the normal process for most DJs, which is setting up regular crates, or what I like to call dumb crates. So in this case, you grab some music, some new music, you throw it into your DJ library in your DJ software, and then you take the song and then you just drag it into the playlist or crate that you think you want to add it to, and then it ends up there and you'll be able to find it really easy. Now, the problem with this is it becomes really time consuming because you have to manually click and drag and add songs to each playlist. So say, for instance, this song right here, I don't want to just add to one playlist. Maybe it fits like 3 or 4 different playlists that I have set, maybe an R&B playlist in this case, or a party playlist, or just multiple different playlists that I have. I'm gonna have to click and drag that to each playlist in my library. Now, the alternative to this is smart crates or smart playlists, and this is the way I organize my music, and it makes my music preparation so much faster. And this is why. So instead of having a regular dumb crate, I can go over here and click on this logo right here, and instead of just creating a regular crate, what comes up is this box right here where I can set rules for the smart crate. Now, this is where the smart crate gets its smart function. So instead of having to manually drag each track, the smart crate will look at whatever rules you set for it, go through your entire library, and throw in all the songs that fit that criteria. So for instance, let's add a rule and say I want to go ahead and add all songs that have the hip hop genre tag. I hit save, it'll process. I have a lot of hip hop, so it might take a second. And this is all the songs in my library that have hip hop in the genre tag. Now, I can even make it a little bit more drilled or dialed in and go ahead and add another rule. And maybe I just want the hip hop from the year 2018. Now, this is just the songs in my library that fit that criteria, nothing else. So if I add another song later on, maybe tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, that fits the criteria of being a hip hop song from the year 2018, it'll automatically jump into that crate without me having to manually click and drag it, which just speeds up the process so quick. Now, you might think, okay, that's great, but in what situations would I use smart crates? So here I have my smart crates. And for instance, these are the main crates that I DJ out of. This is my party rocking playlist. So this is pretty much all the different songs that I would, rock an open format party to. This right here is my party rocking playlist, but it's just the songs from the last 2 to 3 years. And you can see that where I have this tag right here, and I'll get into my tagging system a little bit later in another video. I have older videos on it, so be sure to check that out on my channel. But basically, it's looking for all the party rocking songs I have, and then it also looks for everything after the year 2018. Here I have my opening set, which is pretty much the inverse of that. So this is all the songs that I already tagged as my party rocking songs, and then it's going to look for all the songs from the year before 2021. So that's going to be 2020 and before. So all of these songs, I know if I'm, opening up for like a bigger DJ, I can play all the songs in this crate, and I'm not going to be burning the headliner by playing, these tracks because they're not the newest stuff. They're not the newest, coolest stuff. Here I have like all my throwback stuff, and same thing. I just have a tag for songs that I think are throwback at this point. And although those are pretty basic, we can get even more in depth, where here I have crates by years. So instead of having to think of all the songs that are, from the 2000s or from the 90s or from the 80s, Serato or whatever DJ software you're making your smart playlist in will automatically go through all of the songs in your library, see that year tag, and then just throw all the songs in there. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about clicking and dragging. It's all done for me. Now, I will say, and the one thing you have to keep in mind when you're making smart crates is the fact that you have to make sure that all your tags are pretty much on point, at least the tags that you're going to use. So for instance, for me personally, I make sure that my genre tags are sorted out, because that's one of the tags I use to build my smart crate rules. I have my year tag sorted out, make sure that's right. Then I also have, things like special tags like that party rocking tag that I had. I make sure all of those are added. But once that's done, those songs will end up in any of the smart crates that I make with certain rules. So say later on down the line, I think of another kind of smart crate that I want to create. I don't have to worry about clicking and dragging all the songs that fit that certain criteria. I just know, okay, say party rocking songs from the year 2002 to 2010. So to make that, all I'd have to do is just make a new smart crate. Let's add that tag. So for all my party rocking stuff, and then add a rule. So I said from the year before 2010, so before 2011, and then after 2001, which would make it 2002. It's gonna work through all my library, and here we go. Just easy as that. And it's all the songs that are in my library, and I don't have to worry about missing a song or losing track of a song and just forgetting it's in my library. They're always gonna land in the smart crates. You don't have to worry about it. You're not gonna lose your tracks as long as your tags are right. And what's great about this smart crate setup is that, just like I showed here, notice I still have regular other crates in here. Say I'm just like putting together a set for a certain night and I don't need to make a smart crate for it. I don't have to move to just smart crates. I can combine the two and have the best of both worlds. So if you haven't done it already, try setting up a few smart crates. Just see how it works and see how useful it is. And I'm sure once you give it a try, you'll definitely be adding more to your library.
I switched over using smart crates and playlists over a decade at this point, and by now it saved me countless hours of time organizing music when compared to manually having to drag and drop songs from my library into separate playlists. And I'm sure once you get the system set up, it can do the same for you. Now for the question of the day. How do you currently organize your music? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you found this video useful, please be sure to give the video a like, as it really helps out with the channel. And if you're interested in more tips and tricks videos just like this one, be sure to click right here, and be sure to click right here to subscribe to this channel. See you guys in the next one.